morning. Welcome to sunrise devotion. You're coming from meditation. Still cultivating a deep breath. You're just starting now. Come into comfortable sleep if the sits well and supported. Knees down toward the earth. You can place support under the knees as well. We don't care for too long, but we do want to secure neck and breath. Our shoulders, our neck, the muscles of our face. Just becoming aware of the way that sleep has impacted these areas of the body. So we'll start together, taking a deep breath down into the belly. Filling the belly more and more with breath. So when you feel like you've expanded as much as you can, just try to take that little extra lift. And feel it fill the back body, holding at the top. Exhale. When you exhale deeply through the nose, like you're blowing out a candle, drawing the navel in toward the sky. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Expanding. And exhale. Drawing the up. Again, inhale, expand. Need that extra bit of breath. Exhale. Begin to move the chin from side to side. So I like to think of this as chin goes to one corner of the room and chin goes to the other. But maybe it doesn't work out that way. Find your own way to conceptualize it. And again, maintaining that relationship with the deep breath. Start to bring it to center. Remove the head from side to side, so from left shoulder to right shoulder. And try not to breath the back of the neck, but still tip the chin slightly. Get it. And then slowly we'll start to bring the gaze down toward the front. So again, be gentle here, with the neck, with for movement and mobility rather than deep stretch. So try not to extend further. And just naturally as we move, it will become easier to move. Slowly bring that up again. And then we'll come to the center, look for the right shoulder and then the left. And finding a range of motion that feels comfortable at this time. Should just parallel. And bring it back to center. Pigeon neck. So sending your chin out. Send the chin forward and then kick it back. And really try and draw it. And breathe. And all right, so now that we've broken up the neck, let's begin to rotate the wrist one way, the other. And release down. We're going to take a lion's breath in combination with a shoulder scrunch. So drawing the shoulders up to the ears, nice and tight. Squeezing in, and then on the exhale, bring your head forward, bring your chest forward, look up, and send your tongue down toward the ground. And exhale with that kissing on the back or the lion's floor. All right, so we'll inhale. Exhale. Inhale, scrunch, 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 scrunch. Nice and tight. Exhale. You may even want to draw your elbows down just to get that accentuation of the long neck. So we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, take it at your own pace. Eyes closed, scrunch the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale. 3 more. This is a little yoga. Neck, shoulders, and maybe the soul. Are getting adding stagnant or gross energy. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Get out. We'll transition now with the legs out wide. So if you're up on something, just let the sits bones down to the ground, but keep that support under the fleshy part of the butt. That's helpful. Your knees may be bent here. If your knees are caving in, try and add a little micro bend in the knee. Cultivate stability. And we'll send the arms out wide. Left fingertips over toward the left side, right to the right side, just forward. In one plane of motion. So feeling each hips. And we'll start to take the left hand to the left toe, back up, right hand to left. So just a small pivoting movement. If your fingertips don't touch your toes, that doesn't matter. Just touch down onto your leg. The idea is that we are creating a little motion or a little swivel in the hips. All right, now we're going to start to cross over. Left fingertips to the right toes. The right fingertips to the left toes. Back up. Take your time with this, using strength rather than momentum. I love momentum, especially to get me through my morning practice, but I also see the value in that patience. So Continuing to movement. And the next time you come over to the left side, both hands either to the foot, the ankle, or to the floor, and fold over the leg. And then left fingertips outside of the left leg. Begin to rotate your chest and heart toward the sky. And reach the right fingertips toward the left. Stretching out of that right pocket. Deep breath into the ribs. Inhale up. Ooh, shake out the shoulders. Walk your fingertips forward, fold over the leg. So this, it could be here, fingertips directly on the floor in front of you. Maybe you're all the way down on your forearms. Maybe you're all the way down, belly to the earth. Wherever you're at, the heels are digging in, the toes are pointing up to the sky. Wiggle those toes. Give a good release. And then begin to walk the fingertips back up. All right, so arms out to your sides. This time, palms up. And right fingertips to the left foot. Left fingertips to the right. So just a subtle difference here in the shoulder. Try to keep that upper body long rather than collapsing in. So if your fingertips are not touching the toes, that's okay. We're just taking that reach. And the next time you come over, next time you come over to the right side, folding over that leg, hands to foot or to the floor. Draw the earth back toward you. Fold over that leg. Wiggle the toes. Your leg is taking itself right arm. And right hand to the outside of the right leg. Rotate the chest and heart toward the sky, push the left fingertips toward the right. Now, some people will actually be able to hold their right foot with their left hand here. It's not necessary in this class today, but just know that that is a possibility. Part of the middle body, inhaling up. All right, let's come over into table position. Take your time to set your mat up. If you have knee troubles, if you need support, I would encourage you to keep a blanket that runs underneath the foot as well, so the knee to the foot, rather than having the knee on something higher, because then more pressure will go on it. Counteract the good work of the blanket. So, for instance, here, my knee and my foot are on the same, at the same height. And then hands spread wide on the mat. Let's turn the thumbs toward one another. And then turn the middle finger. And just start to lower the chest. Spread the shoulder blades wide, the neck long. And then lift and lift it. All right, so let's lower. Bend in the elbow. Go as far as you feel comfortable. Knees are good. Maybe some of you come all the way down to the ground. And then lift up. All right, bend the elbows once again. Get long in the spine. Belly up and in. Go as far as you can. Pull. And lift up. Turn the fingertips out. So middle finger pointing directly up to the side. And wrists under the shoulders or maybe a little bit wider. And we'll bend the elbows. So this one we won't be able to take as far lightly. More of a stretch from the wrist. We're bending the elbow, going down. Lift as far as the body allows. And then straighten. Notice if you've got that flexibility, we want to keep the elbows pointing away. So eyes of the elbows, right? And lower. This may look like nothing. Yeah. There you go. And lift back up. All right, fingertips pointing forward, that middle finger forward, right? And then turn back. So maybe walk your knees forward and bring out. Back to the hands to the ground. And then sink your hips back or just draw back. Spread the fingers wide and then draw the fingers together. So there's a difference there. And release back on the heels. Use a support if you need it. Under the hips, or blanket, under the thighs. Sometimes it's nice to kind of roll there in the morning and just work up the fascia. All right, let's take some arm rolls. Hello, shoulder. Hello, world. Morning. This. And from here, we can keep, what is this, flower arms? Right hand comes to the right side, left arm up and over. And then lift up onto the knees and the left leg out and stretch. And bring it back in, drawing those big circles. My shoulders are so crunchy. All right, and left hand to the ground, right fingertips up and over. Come up onto the knees, send the right leg out. Big stretch from the toes. The outside edge of the foot to the fingertips. Right hand comes down to the ground. We're back into table position. Inhale, chest and arm forward. For a cow, belly drops. Exhale, navel to spine. 3 more like that. Inhale. And if there's areas that you can feel are really tight, just a little bit. We are going to be standing on our mat today, so if you've got socks on, take those off now. If you are not taking socks off, you can keep doing cat cows or send your hips from side to side. Let's wake up the core a little bit. Press into the tops of the feet. Spread the toes wide. Apart. Claw into the fingertips and lift the knees up off floor. Just a little bit, belly into spine. And then tuck the toes under, hold them here. For 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs as you walk up to meet your palms. Rolling from toe to heel. Even when you hit the heel, maybe lifting the toes up off the ground. To really feel all the way. And we did do some stretching in the back of the legs, so it may not be as tight. But just inviting whatever is today. In this moment, this morning, hold your elbows and surrender over into a forward fold. The other option is to just let your arms hang here. And maybe that feels nice too. Maybe you find a way to stretch the hands here as well. Another option is to stand on placing your hands together. This is a really regenerative energy thing, but I know some people are weird about touching it. So imagine like a battery, you're recharging yourself. Just letting everything hang from the height of the hips. And if you have your hands under your feet, bringing the fingers out. Walk the big toes together. Send the hips down. Pull the belly up and in. Send the arms forward and up, coming into chin. Lift the toes up off the floor, sink into the heels. Belly to spine. So holding here in chair. And try to remove any fur from the spine. So if your butt's sticking out, pushing the hips forward. And inhale to come all the way up. Step back with the right foot. Outside of the foot in line with the outside edge of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Your heels are lined up here. Actually, this like it as well. So we're setting up for a warrior 2 position. Outside edge of the right foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. The left heel is in line with the right heel. And pay attention to the front knee. Rotating it so it's over the second or third toe. So there's an external rotation. We can bend into that front knee. We're going to do a bit of working through in these postures, and trust me, it's worth it. So you can definitely create this shape, and very little happens in the body. There's another way that you can create this shape for a lot in the body. We're going to rotate the hips out. If this right knee is locking, add a little micro bend. Lift up out of the hips. Notice if you're shifting forward, shift your weight back. Everything should be even between legs. So if your front leg is taking the burden, make that shift. Look out over the left fingertips. Arms are in line with shoulders. Turn the palms up toward the sky and send the right fingertips down the right leg. Exalted forward. Straighten the front leg and begin to bring the left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Right fingertips toward the sky. The movement here is very much like when we did that stretch rotating chest and heart toward the ceiling, where we're turning the belly button toward the sky. Everything's happening here in the hips rather than folding into a triangle position. There may be some turbulence in the middle body. Bend into the front knee, elbow comes to thigh, top arm comes down around an upside angle. Again, we're rotating the inner thigh outward. And let's bring the right fingertips to the ground. Pivot on the back foot, so all toes are pointing forward. Bend into the front knee, and then send the left fingertips up toward the sky. Finding a twist. You can also bring a block underneath the right hand or come up on the fingertips. Left fingertips come down to earth. Pivot on the back foot and begin to walk yourself to center, rotating the left foot so the outside edge is in line with the outside edge of the mat. So now you're in a wide-legged forward fold. We'll walk the fingertips out, create a nice long spine, and then exhale to fold. Crown of the head comes down toward the earth. Your choice with the arms here. So you can bring your hands to the outside edges of the feet or to the ankles. Maybe give yourself a little massage here. Maybe massage in the calves. Or you can just have your hands on the ground, maybe fingertips pointing back, drawing the crown of the head further down. And fingertips walk forward, nice long spine. Rotate the left toes so they're facing the short edge of the mat. Outside edge of the left foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. Heels are lined up with one another, and walk your fingertips over toward the left foot. Pivot on the back foot. Left fingertips to the earth, right fingertips to the sky. And the back heel back. Front knee stacked over front ankle. Right fingertips to the earth. Pivot on the back foot again to create that original shape. Walk the right fingertips in, and then begin to rotate chest and heart toward the sky. Right elbow comes to right knee, top arm down around and up into that side angle. From here, we straighten the leg, coming up into triangle. So again, rotation in the belly here. Keep inner thigh rotates outward. Little micro bend in the back knee if you need it. Bend into the front knee, left fingertips down the left leg. Right fingertips up and over. Front knee over front knee. And then bring the arms in line with the shoulders. Warrior. So again, finding all those little places where you can just and fully feel into this posture. Looking out over the right finger. Straighten the front leg, rotate so that the outside edge of the foot is in line with the outside edge of the mat, and then turn the heels in. Bend into the knees. And send your arms up to shoulder height, bending at the elbows into goddess arms or cactus arms. Rotate the inner thigh outward. Straighten the right leg. Bend into the left knee. And then bend into the right knee. Straighten the left leg. We'll do this a few times. Keeping the toes fixed to the earth. And then settle back into center, back into goddess. And we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips come to the earth, outside edges of the feet in line with the outside edges of the mat. forward. All right, begin to walk your fingertips toward the front of the mat, pivoting the feet. And then drop the right knee. Come to the top of the right foot. So press the top of the right foot into the earth. And inhale the arms up. Lift up from the hips. Lift up toward the sky. Opening that right hip flexor. Front knee stays over front ankle. Fingertips come back to the earth. Walk the left toes off the mat. Foot on a 45-degree angle. And begin to sink in. So this is lizard. Send the left knee out to the side. Your body looks like this. Knee out to the side. And we're getting a nice big stretch at the top of the right. And embracing any swears or any discomfort that's coming up at this time, you can inhale. Maybe you do lion's breath out. With the strength card, the courage to. I always think of this posture as who you are in a crisis. For some of you, oh, not again. I understand. There you go. All right, let's send the hips back. Keep the left toes planted and bring them a bit closer to center. Planting those left toes. Big stretch at the top of the ankle. And then shift through back into a table position. Send your hips back towards your heels, arms to your side, or the crown of the head to the ground. And this is a moment, again, of recharge, where we're bringing the crown to the home of the root. So like sealing in and regenerating our own energy. The card I pulled for today was the void. I think the great. It's just asking us why we're trying to fill certain. We can just allow them to be empty. We allow for silence, where we allow for the unknown. Or maybe you've been depressed or low, and that low is teaching you, or it's preparing you to appreciate the time that comes back. And there is always. You're really. Let's come back up to table and send the right foot forward. Front knee over front ankle. My mom bought me this green colored mat, and I was like, why though? Because it's dirty. Give me a comment if you bite. All right. And we're stacking that knee over the ankle and sending the arms up and back. Really feeling our way into this lunge, opening the left flexor. trying not to collapse in here, staying lifted. And then fingertips to the earth, walk the right toes off the mat, and the right knee out to the side, and sink in. You can always tuck the back toes under and move that knee back slightly. It's better to be just at the top of the knee rather than on the knee for this posture. And pay attention to the top of your toes. So, focusing on bringing them in connection with your earth. As you send your right knee out to the side. And what does this posture have to offer on this side? For those of you who are old enough or just know Alanis Morissette, I've been thinking of that part in her, I can't remember, is it Into My Pocket, where she says, why are you so petrified of silence? Here, can you handle this? Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadline? And I think there's something to that. It's almost like there's peace in the thought you're trying to avoid. Let's send the hips back and then walk the right toes a little bit closer to center, gluing them to the earth so we get that stretch. And she did so much today. So it feels like, I don't know, that always tells me that my practice. And let's bend the right knee back. Send the hips back. If you want to take extended child's pose, walk the knee out wide, and then place yourself between the knees. This is a good opportunity to massage the forehead on the earth. There's something a little bit different in the shoulders. Turn your palms up toward the sky. This is a good opportunity as well to link the hands, especially if you work on computers, to get that movement. And we'll start to shift forward and come over onto our backs. I like to have a twist in every practice. So that's what we're going to do now. Yogi's choice, I guess. The main component is the shifting of the hips. So we're going to lift the hips up and move them over to the right side of the mat. Option here to draw the knees in and just send them over to the left. Another option to cross the right leg over the left and then let the knees fall over. So we're adding a little bit of an extra twist, a little bit of an extra opener. Arms are in cactus to draw the right shoulder down. Right ear comes to the mat or toward the mat. And find the spaces where you're gripping, fill them with breath, fill them with that deep inhale. I like to include a twist in every practice. It's like a big reset. Anything that we don't want to bring from, it's not even about what we want to bring with us, like what we don't need to bring with us from the work. So it doesn't even have to be bad things. It can just be stuff that we don't need to think about, or we already kind of processed, or it's for another day. And this is just a way. Acknowledge that. And anything that's left is what, the sign. hey, we still need to look at this, or we still need to sit with it. There's still more to process the body, perhaps that's all it is. Not everything goes away with anything. And we'll come back to center. So I'm maybe most guilty of thinking that. All right, take a moment to pause. This is my favorite moment between, but I don't know why. It's just that palms down to the ground, soles of the feet on the earth, maybe some earth ground. Bring me that works. And then bend into the elbows. Practice arms, send your hips to the left. And knees can draw in and go over to the right. Or you can cross the left leg over the right and send the knees over to the right side. Side very different in how it expresses itself in this posture. Go with it. Drawing the left shoulder to the ground. I like Pat's arms. It feels like you get a bit of a stretch in the chest as well. And then left ear comes toward the mat. Adding that element in the neck. If the neck is too tight, don't work it. Okay. It'll be all right. Filling those tight spaces with breath or anything you're gripping. Feel like my toes are stretching. Send a breath to my toes, like a little gift, like a little, hey, knock off, chill out. You're okay. You can just Now I'm hearing another song, Into the Unknown from Frozen. So if you don't have a pin, you don't know the movie Frozen. It's this moment where she is embracing the unknown because it also represents freedom and something that feels like herself. Well, when you're ready, unwind, bring it back to center. Lift your head, lengthen your neck, place it back down. Maybe stand the legs out long. Maybe you've got a rolled up blanket or bolster on the side. A rolled up towel or blanket on the side. From the base to the neck. Find an easy breath. We're not going to try and lengthen it, just notice the rhythm of what. In the spirit of the card that I play, and great boy that instructs us to stop. Stop thinking or trying, doing, and just hold silence. So I didn't go away. This urge to fidget and notice the thought that is happening here. If you miss it, okay, go back. meditation for today is to cultivate sweet stillness in your body. Aside from your breath and your heart, you can use them as ways of cultivating that, bringing the day silent. The wisdom of the body wash over your mind. Release a little bit more of your before you move on with your day. Take a few moments of gratitude to think of and consider whatever it is that you're grateful for, and let that fill your body with your breath, with your pulse. Gratitude is the greatest armor we have in this life, allowing us to be vulnerable and strong, to express kindness without feeling weak, to love without fear. And here you are, showered in this beautiful gratitude of your own making, is both nourishing and protective. And you can access this strength, this nourishment, this protection whenever you should need it, simply by remembering what it is that you're grateful for and bringing it into your heart. I'm so very grateful for you for joining me in this practice. Always. Have a wonderful